It's got a catchy beat, it's got Mario Lemieux, it's on the Sega Genesis. But is it any good? It's Mario Lemieux Hockey from 1991. And what is he holding over his head? Is that supposed to be the Stanley Cup? It looks like the Goblet of Fire. Mario Lemieux and the Goblet of Fire. That's got a nice ring to it. Anyway, let's start a game. And I'll pick the Pittsburgh whoa, hey. Oh, this game doesn't have the NHL license. Aha. As Mr. Bob Smith says, this game is from Sega. Thanks, Bob. That should have been Bob Airy. And the game that we're watching is Pittsburgh's team versus the Washington other people. And these are the only two teams in this entire game that actually have uniforms that kind of look like their respective NHL teams. The colors in this game are actually quite amusing, but obviously I'm playing as Pittsburgh, since I'm from Pittsburgh, and the other team is the Washington... They're the other team. It's like the Winter Classic, but not really. As a Genesis fan and a Penguins fan back in 91 and 92 when we were winning Stanley Cups, I remember this game thinking it was really cool that Mario Lemieux had his own hockey game, but never really liked it because it wasn't as good as NHL Hockey from EA, which it's not. It does have some really awesome fighting though, a bunch of Mario clones with mullets beating the crap out of each other. And a quick fact for those of you who do not live in Pittsburgh, Mario Lemieux is one of the owners of the Pittsburgh Penguins today. We get to see him on TV during pretty much every game drinking a giant glass of wine, so cheers to you, Mario. Although that's beer. Now, would somebody please score in this game? Yeah, alright, Mario Lemieux scored! Was that Mario? Are they all Mario? Or was that Jay Caulfield? It doesn't matter, because I'm rooting for Pittsburgh. The fact is that this game does not deserve the name Mario Lemieux. The savior of the Penguins, the man that kept them in town, deserves a better game than this. Because Mario Lemieux Hockey is like Sega's attempt to recreate Konami's Blades of Steel, but they failed because this game does not have Gradius during the intermissions. It also doesn't really play all that well. It looks good, and it sounds good. And it says Sega Genesis on the ice. That's pretty awesome. I'd much rather have that than the Console Energy Center. But it's kind of sloppy. Scoring is completely based on just throwing the puck at the net and hoping it goes in. Passing is useless, and changing players is pretty much impossible. Also, the AI in this game is some of the worst AI I've ever seen in any game. You see, this game should be called Wayne Gretzky Hockey. Not that I have anything against Wayne Gretzky. In fact, he's on my team, the Moose Jaw Sorcerers, with Lord Carnage. He's the fourth line center. But Mario is on the first line. Please reference my review of NHL 12 from EA Sports. And I think there's a reason that we're still playing EA Sports produced NHL games today and not Mario Lemieux Hockey. But again, I love the colors in this game. Nothing says Chicago like, what is that, aqua and purple. Definitely not the Blackhawks. It's like they tried to get a bit fancy with this game. It calls random penalties. The face-offs get old quickly, and when your goalie has the puck, he just throws it right to the opposing team. But wait, there's more. You also get a Shootout Mode, which plays like this. There's also a fighting mode in the game, but no fatalities. Detroit's in pink, Vancouver is in yellow and green. If you're a hockey fan and eyeing up collectible Sega Genesis games, this one would not be too bad to pick up because it's cheap, and if you have some friends, it would be fun to play with another human being, because then you would have the same controls. But just don't play Boston versus Buffalo because you can't tell the two teams apart. So a big thanks to our friend Sergio Matthias from Palinha, Brazil for donating this game to the show. It's been a long time since I've played it. And I think I've got a great spot for it right next to my 1991 Stanley Cup Championship beer mug when I'm not using it.